Hello friends, today I am going to be doing a requested video about essential oils. Now right off the top I want to make it clear that I am not a professional. I have never been trained in essential oils. I'm not a nurse, a doctor, or any kind of a medical person at all. I am just someone who, out of desperation with my health issues, sought essential oils and have been using them faithfully for the last 2 to 3 years and have found them to be extremely helpful for many problems. Now I know several of you have requested that I talk about these because you are interested in getting started in essential oils and you don't know where to start. And I totally understand that because it's quite a large topic and it can be quite daunting when you're first starting out and have no idea where to begin. The very first thing that I would suggest that you do is get a good book on essential oils. The book that I purchased was this book, The Complete Book of Essential Oils and Aromatherapy, written by Valerie Ann Warwood. This is it's like a textbook. It talks about all kinds of things in here, and in the back it gives at least 100 different essential oils and what their uses are, how they're derived, what part of the plant they come from, etc. So the first thing you should do is get a good book, a good reference book, and I do like this one. I've had a couple of other reference books in the past and I always reach for this one. The second thing you need to do is to educate yourself on essential oils. Now there are some really good reputable places out there where you can purchase essential oils. A couple of really big name brands, Young Living and doTERRA. I have nothing against those companies. I think they are awesome. I have used doTERRA products in the past and I really like them. The only complaint I have are their price points. Things are quite expensive through them. You know, it's their company, they can charge what they want to charge. I have found another company, a couple of other companies that sell reputable essential oils. Bulk Apothecary is one of them, and I can't think of the other name off the top of my head, but I will have a link in the description box below for both of the companies that I purchase essential oils from. They have passed my test of authenticity, and their price point is much lower. Now the reason why doTERRA and Young Living's price point is higher is because some of their essential oils are graded that you can use them internally, and in order for them to get that FDA approval or whatever approval they have to get in order to prove that these are safe to use internally, they have to pay a lot of fees and licensing and all of this stuff, and so because of that higher overhead they have to charge more for their oils. The company that I get my oils through do not say on there that you can take them internally because they don't pay for all of the necessary licensing and whatever they have to do in order to claim that. So I have no interest in using essential oils internally anyway, so that doesn't matter to me. And I have found that using them topically or through a diffuser, they have worked really well for me, and I have no complaints whatsoever. So that's the second thing you should do. Find a reputable distributor and do your research on these places and make sure they're selling a good product. Now I talk a little bit more about how to know whether an essential oil is a good essential oil or not. In one of my previous videos, I did a video on essential oils a long time ago, back when I first started my channel. I will link that video for you up above. I'll warn you, the angle is terrible and the lighting is terrible because I was just starting out and I didn't really know anything about videography. But I do think that the information that you can get from that video is very helpful. So if you want to check that out, go right ahead. The third thing you need to do is decide which oils you want to purchase. Now they're not cheap. They can range anywhere from $5 for a little bottle. This is the average size of an essential oil bottle, and you don't really want to buy the essential oils in a bigger quantity than this, because it does take a while to use it up, and over time they might lose their effectiveness if they sit on your shelf for a couple of years. So this is the average size that you can get, and the oils will range anywhere from $5 to $50 for this size bottle, depending on the oil that you want. Rose oil is one of the most expensive oils you can purchase. I don't have it, and I probably never will, because it's one of those that's like $50 for a bottle this size. But you ask, well, what oils should I start with? Well, I have 3 that I would recommend that you start with right off the bat. The first one is peppermint. Peppermint can be used for so many things. You can put it on your skin as long as you use it with a carrier oil. And in my other video, I talk about carrier oils as well and what they're used for and why it's important to use them. Peppermint is good for headaches, it's good for stomach aches, it's good for menstrual cramps, it's good for muscle aches, it's good for all kinds of things. I use peppermint oil just about every day because of my irritable bowel syndrome. The second oil I would suggest that you get is lavender oil. Lavender oil is the only essential oil that I know of that you can use without a carrier oil. You can just use it straight out of the bottle on your skin. Now, I wouldn't dump a whole bottle of it on you, but you only need like a drop. And it's good for so many things. It's good for cuts and scrapes and insect bites, any kind of skin irritation whatsoever, itching of any kind. It just works wonders for that type of thing. And the other thing it's really good for is when you diffuse it in your essential oil diffuser, it is really calming and soothing and promotes a good night's sleep. The third essential oil that I would suggest you get is anything in the citrus family: orange, grapefruit, lemon, lime, tangerine, any of those, because they help lift your mood. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling stressed, citrus oils lift your spirits, invigorate you, and help you feel better. And grapefruit oil specifically has been known to help curb appetite, and so help you to lose weight if that is what you are looking for. So there are so many different essential oils that I could suggest, but I would say for the beginner, choose those 3. If you're looking for an essential oil for a specific problem, that's when you need to get a reference book, find out what oil you need to get, and then purchase the oil for that specific problem. Now, before I end this video, I do want to talk about diffusers, because I use essential oils topically and I use it in my diffuser. I have numerous diffusers, and I have learned through trial and error which ones to get to purchase and which ones not to purchase. I purchased all of my diffusers from Amazon, and I didn't pay more than $30 for any one of them. I really didn't want to spend more than $25 for a diffuser. So all of mine were under $30. They may have been a little bit more than $25, but I can't remember for sure. But this is the very first diffuser that I bought, and this was when I knew nothing about diffusing essential oils. I bought it because I thought it was cute, and it fit my decor, and it fit my price range. I think it was maybe $15. And it is cute, and it does fit my decor, but it's a pain in the butt to use. It's hard to get it open, and it doesn't put off a very big stream of steam, and I guess that's the only 2 things I can say negative about it. It does work well. The continuous steam lasts for about 8 hours, and it does work, but it is a pain to use. So you want to find an essential oil diffuser that's easy to use. This is not. The problem is the way you add the water is you have to lift this thing off, which sometimes gets like suction cupped down and is really hard to get off. You take that off, then you have to take this part off, which again sometimes is a pain, harder to get off than others. And then it doesn't have a very big well, and as you can see there's still water in there because it does not, it stops before all of the water is completely gone. So there's always a little bit of water left in there that you have to dump out before you can put fresh in. So I don't use this one very often anymore. I do keep it because sometimes you need multiple diffusers going at the same time. I will probably end up either giving, I really don't want to give it away to anybody because it is such of a pain in the butt to use, but I'll probably end up giving it to Goodwill at some point. The second essential oil diffuser I bought is actually in Olivia's room. She's using it right now, and she's not feeling great, so I don't want to go in and bother her. And it works well. It was in my price point, and I do like it. The only thing I would have to say about it that I don't like is that the steam, it's not really steam, it's a cool mist. The cool mist only lasts for 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, and if you're needing, like, if someone's like really feeling ill and they need it for 10 or 12 hours going, then you'll have to refill like in the middle of the night or something. That's the only downside to that one I would have to say at all. The third essential oil diffuser I actually gave to my sister because I didn't need it anymore, and I had gotten it on a really good deal, and it's a nice one. It's small. It doesn't have a big capacity, but it had an electronic button, which was really cool. So if you can find one with electronic controls, those are really awesome as well. The fourth diffuser I bought was this one, and I really like this one. It's very easy to use. You just have one thing to lift, and then you add the water in there. It uses up all the water when you use it, so you don't have to dump anything out. All of the diffusers that I have built-in night lights, and when the water is gone, then the night light automatically goes off. This is a really great diffuser. I really like it. It works well. It puts off a nice steam, and it has a really nice function. The only thing is that it was smaller, and we have come to find out that we really needed a larger diffuser that lasted longer, where the mist lasted longer. And so that's where I come, and I'll show you the final diffuser that I just purchased not too long ago. I really, really like it, and if I can find the links to all of these, I'm probably have them in my history on my purchase history on Amazon. If I can find the links to all of these diffusers, I will link them in the description box below. The only one I won't have a link for is the one that I gave to my sister because I did not purchase that one from Amazon. But let me show you my latest diffuser. Okay, so here's my latest diffuser. As you can see, it's from AromaCare, and this holds 5 cups of water. So depending on how high of a steam you have going or a mist you have going, it can last 12 hours. The only thing I don't like about this one is that it does have a night light in it. As you can see, I just pushed the button, but it stays on even after the mist is gone. Because the mist, you start with this dial, and I want to show you the mist that comes out of here. You turn it on, and this light comes on, and when the water's gone, that light turns red, and you crank it up. I don't know if you can see very well. There you go. This amount of steam, it's not steam, it's mist. The amount of mist that is coming out of that diffuser. That will put the essential oil throughout my entire upstairs. So I really, really like this one. It lasts a long time. I don't have to fill it very often. It's pretty easy to fill, and it works extremely well. If you have a large space that you would like to have the essential oils diffused into, I would highly recommend this one. If you want one that will last more than 8 hours, I would recommend this one. Now, if you have it cranked up all the way, as high as it'll go, the mist only lasts 8 hours. But you can turn it down with using this dial, and see that the mist is not as vigorous, and it will last 10 hours or more, depending on how high you have your dial turned up. I typically have it cranked up all the way because I have a big open house. My layout is open, and I want this mist to get throughout the entire upstairs. Eventually, I will be buying another one of these to put in my basement, and then I will be passing my other diffusers on to others around me who might need one. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it answered some of your questions regarding essential oils. If you would like me to do another video on essential oils, I would be glad to do that. Just let me know. If you have any specific questions regarding these essential oils, the use of essential oils, or a specific essential oil, let me know, and I can cover that in another video as well. Thanks a lot for watching, friends, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.